Hey there, Jen here, and in today's video, I'm going to explain how to get rid of toxic shame, and then toward the end of the video, I'm going to give you an opportunity to be guided through a process where you can actually release some of your toxic shame. But first, let me quickly introduce myself in case this is the very first time that you've watched one of my YouTube videos. My name's Jenn Lawlor, and I'm a self-directed healing practitioner, and I help people who are stuck on their healing journey. People who are still struggling with the aftermath of childhood trauma. People who are totally committed to healing themselves so they can experience life without all the pain. I help them process and release the suppressed emotional and mental blocks that are forming the roots of their struggles so that they can be free of their past and get on with living a peaceful and fulfilled life. So let's dive right in, and I'm going to share with you everything I know about how to get rid of toxic shame. I'm going to assume that you already know what toxic shame is, but quickly, for those of you who don't, it's undigested shame. Shame that is stuck in your subconscious, shame that is linked to parts of yourself. Often it's linked to your sense of who you are, to experiences that you've had, to negative emotions, to your body, and so on. So if you're struggling with toxic shame, this means that you have undigested shame that is living in your subconscious. It's there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Awful, right? Okay, so now I want you to consider for a moment that you have an emotional body. You can't see it like you can see your physical body, but it's this invisible emotional body that allows you to feel emotions, and it stores all of your emotional memories and all of your emotional wounds. You visualizing this? Okay. So on this emotional body of yours, I want you to imagine that there are wounds. Gaping wounds that are sore and festering, but you can't see them. The only way that you can experience these wounds is when they're poked. Ow! Then you feel them. You feel them as strong negative emotional pain. So when you have toxic shame, your emotional body is carrying around a lot of shame wounds, and they're all over your emotional body, all black and dense, heavy and tarry. And every time they get poked, all the undigested shame living in that wound gets activated even more than it already is. For some people, this is when shame bubbles up into their consciousness, and for others, their shame is so suppressed that all they feel consciously is their defensive emotions, like anger, blame, and rage. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I hold a very strong belief that pain must be processed in your physical body, not by talking it out or doing anything else with your mind, but by feeling it in your body. You see, the reason that you developed toxic shame in the first place is because you didn't know what to do with it when you felt so ashamed. So you just took the shame on and you carried it around with you in this undigested toxic form. But now it's become way too much of a burden and you want to get rid of it because it's weighing you down and stealing your joy. The way to do this is by triggering your shame wounds in your emotional body. By triggering them, poking them, by activating your shame, feeling your shame in your physical body with your awareness, and then allowing the sensations, the images, the colors, whatever comes up, just allowing them to be there, and allowing it to increase in intensity by focusing all of your attention, all of your awareness inward toward the wound. So wherever it is in your body, it might be your throat, your jaw, wherever it is, you just focus all of your attention into that pain and you feel it and increase, by feeling it fully, you increase the intensity of it. And you just keep doing that until the intensity subsides. So how do you trigger, how do you poke those emotional shame wounds? Well, with limiting beliefs. Beliefs are the cognitive aspect of the emotional wound. You trigger an emotional wound by saying a belief that you hold. So for example, a common shame wound is, I'm not good enough. So by saying that, saying the limiting belief, I trigger a wound in myself, then I can feel and process the emotion that arises. Sometimes you just get triggered when you're out and about doing your day. somebody says something and that shame wound gets triggered, but you're too busy absorbing and trying to deal with the shame that you don't turn inward and really process it. So this is an intentional way that you can trigger your own wounds in a safe place where you can then actually really turn your awareness inward and focus on turning and dialing up the sensations and really feeling that shame. And in this way, little by little, you're going to be digesting your toxic shame. And just like with food, when emotions are digested, they just leave your body. Okay, so at the beginning of this video, I promised I'd give you an opportunity to guide you through a process where you can actually release some of your toxic shame. So I wish I had time in this short video to walk you through a mini healing session, but I simply don't. What I do have for you is a pre-recorded 40-minute healing masterclass that you can access and try right away. Inside this masterclass, I'll guide you through a mini healing session that will allow you to process and release your feelings of shame. To get instant access to this free healing masterclass, you just need to click the link in the description down below this video. And of course, if you like this video and you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, feel free to leave me a comment down below if you have any questions at all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.